All right, my friends, we are on the verge of a major shift, right? So, even in the season, it is almost summer officially here in the Midwest. It's been positively beautiful lately. The weather's been really great. Today is especially wonderful. It is raining and it's like cool, but it's not like cold. It's, still pretty warm. I know I'm wearing a sweater right now, and that's largely because I still don't really have clothes that fit me any longer from the pregnancy. I am dropping weight. I think I'm down like 25 pounds now, something like that. So I'm working on it. We're getting there. And I do have a ton of stuff that I put into totes and storage. So may have some things that'll fit me in there, but I gotta dig them out at some point. So a lot of decluttering and sorting that I actually need to do that I've not taken the time to do at all. But yeah, so it's really beautiful out. I'm just enjoying the weather, sitting on the porch for a little bit. Baby's sleeping with her daddy. They're taking a little nap. But yeah, it's on the brink of a major shift, at least in my life. So I told you guys all about the huge issues I've been having with my employer, and after stressing and continuously following up and advocating for myself, I finally got some of the results that I wanted. However, there's that big question of like, do I continue on with this? And I'm not sure, honestly. Like, I've been really, really struggling with it. There's days where I'm just like, you know what, I'm done with it. Like, I need to close this chapter. But then also at the same time, I'm like, well, maybe I can try like one last ditch effort with them. And so, I don't know, I was thinking a lot this morning, and I decided to email my boss and HR and propose a permanent work from home schedule. So I am highly doubting that I'm going to even get a response, let alone have an agreement that they will, work with me at that, just because of the way things have been going. Could be totally wrong, but if not, then that will tell me that yes, I'm making the right choice and stepping away. So it's stressful because, again, I've been doing this for 4.5 years, so I think a little longer even. We're getting up there. I'm doing it a long time. It is work that I do overall enjoy. I'm good at it. And in the past, it has been fruitful, though all of this year I've been literally living off of savings because of the stuff they pulled on me. But I don't know. It's just kind of scary, starting over, doing something else. And I have, considered, like, maybe I just, even though it's going to be tough financially, maybe just take off the rest of the year entirely. Just focus on spending time with my daughter. She's still very little. She just turned 3 months a couple days ago. So, I don't know. We'll see. And then also, I did kind of give them really short notice with this request. I probably could have, said something about a week ago, which probably would have been more ideal, especially because HR happens to be on vacation until the 11th, which is days past when I am supposed to be returning. So, not that she has any say in it, actually, because I actually brought up the idea to her prior to maternity leave, like, hey, what do you think about possibly doing like a work from home type thing once the baby comes? And she's like, well, that's entirely on your boss. You'll need to have that conversation with him. And I had brought up the idea to him like very loosely prior to leave, and he just kind of like brushed it aside, like many things, right? And was more or less like, well, we'll talk about it when the time comes. And, a lot of women decide to not come back to work. So, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm not feeling hopeful about it, but I thought, what, I've got positively nothing to lose at this point in my eyes. So just threw it out there. I have been kind of browsing like the job market and everything, and essentially to do something that is like close with what I've made in the past. It's going to be sales, it's going to be commission, it's going to be that corporate freaking grind that I am pretty much burnt out on, especially with the toxic atmosphere. Actually, namely the toxic atmosphere. Like, that's the biggest part, actually, of the burnout. But yeah, it's mostly that kind of stuff, and I just like, I don't know, like, it sucks because like I'm really good at sales. This is what I've been doing a really, really long time. I am a powerhouse at it, but like, think I want to get out of sales entirely. Like, I just want something like a little bit more simple, but I need something that's going to pay the bills too. So, I don't know. And I have no problem making like lifestyle changes as far as like, you know, maybe paying attention to what I'm buying at the grocery store more, you know, looking at pricing, and maybe not being quite as wasteful with food waste, because I'm really, really horrible with that, admittedly, really bad. I have been getting a lot better with it, but it's still not good enough. And a lot of that problem is that most of the items you buy from stores like are for like a full family, and you know, it's Mo and I, and baby, she's eating formula still, and we just can't eat stuff fast enough once it opens. Like, let's just say like hot dog buns, for example, hot dogs. You know, out of a package, like we're maybe total gonna eat like 4 total, like maximum. And then there's just all these extras that just sit there because it's like, well, we don't want to eat hot dogs again. Like, I don't know. So that's that food waste mentality, you know, I need to work on a bit better. But yeah, so making some changes like that. You know, I won't be able to like willy-nilly order stuff on Amazon, you know, have to be a little more conservative with that. And just things of that nature, you know, maybe cut out getting my nails done. Which, you know, that sucks because I do really enjoy that. I think it's important to still like do some self-care and treat yourself, but maybe, you know, I go back to just doing my own nails again. I'm definitely not as good at it. Terrible, actually, but just gotta do what you gotta do. And, you know, there's a couple like small emergency things in place too, need be, though, you know, of course we don't really want to fall on that if you don't have to. And then also there's this whole thing with like with insurance and stuff, so I have a lot of things I have to balance and consider, and you know, kind of go from there. Pardon me, my throat's getting dry. But yeah, I feel like I'm on the verge of a really big shift, so I'll keep you guys updated as to what's going on with that. But it sounds like my daughter's up from her nap, so I'm gonna go swing by and grab her. Like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate you. Bye bye.